Prime Minister Modi, welcome to the United States. With this official visit, we are bringing together the world's oldest and world's largest democracies. But our relationship isn't just about governments. We're celebrating the families and friendships that span the globe, those who feel the bonds of both of our countries. After years of strengthening ties, the U.S.-India partnership is deep and expansive as we jointly tackle global challenges. Mr. Prime Minister, I know that education is an issue close to your heart, as it is to mine. You work to ensure that all Indians, especially girls, which I love, have the opportunity to pursue an education and gain the skills they need for our modern workforce, and it's so important. It's exciting to be able to show you some of the innovative programs our schools and businesses are creating for students here. And
on your screens right now, you can see the Prime Minister with US President Joe Biden. In a little while from now, they're going to sit down for a dinner together. This is a preparatory dinner of sorts before tomorrow's more formal meetings. On the right side of US President Joe Biden is, of course, his wife, Jill Biden. We were just now showing you a meeting of Jill Biden and the Prime Minister, the Indian Prime Minister, Prime Minister Modi, as they sat together in a library. That was a little while ago. Right now, remember, it is the evening in the United States. And as we told you a little while earlier, the three of the individuals that you can see on your screen are headed towards a dinner that's going to be taking place later in the evening today. Now, the dinner itself is looked at as an informal warming up to each other. Essentially, what you're going to have both the parties do is fix the nuts and bolts ahead of the official delegation level talks that will be taking place tomorrow. Remember, when I say tomorrow, I of course mean today night right here. That bonhomie on display in Washington, D.C., right at the White House as the Prime Minister is guided in with US President Joe Biden, his wife Jill Biden behind them. Now let's go over to my colleague Abhishek. He's with us right now to bring us more context on all of these developments. Abhishek, a good morning to you from right here in India. Abhishek, it's 7:38 p.m. in Washington. It's the evening time, and I point that out for our audiences because we know that President Joe Biden and the Prime Minister are headed in for a dinner where they're going to have an informal warming up to each other, but that bonhomie between them is already on display. Bring us more context.
Of course, this is something that the world was waiting to look at. When Prime Minister Modi and Joe Biden will be meeting, Modi as the third official state leader invited as official state visit. How will be the bonhomie at the display? And we could see the kind of small laughter and informality when the two leaders are meeting is very much on display. And now Prime Minister Modi has been taken inside the White House, where the official dinner for which Biden family had extended an invitation to Prime Minister Modi like a few weeks back is going to begin very soon. Interesting will be what sort of food will be served, what sort of culinary will be there. Prime Minister, White House officials have told earlier that Prime Minister is a vegetarian, so they have sourced specific chef and experts on food who are expert on creating plant-based food. One can have a curiosity what kind of food is going to be served to Prime Minister Modi, because this is what the invitation was for. Of course, on the sideline, we have seen India and US engaging on multiple areas. We could see more formal talks happening tomorrow, where India and USA will talk about how to further the partnership, how to deepen the bilateral cooperation in the areas, if you call defense, strategic importance, trade, commerce, issues like climate change and new and emerging technologies is something that both the leaders are very much interested upon. Also, we have seen recent weeks or in recent months multiple meetings or high-level visits happening between USA and India, where starting in the month of January, when NSA Doval traveled to USA, and after that we had seen a series of high-level meetings happening. Secretary Blinken came, and then Jaishankar External Affairs Minister, had also traveled to India, to USA. Jack Sullivan, we saw just last week, he was in India. So we could understand the kind of importance these two leaders had given to this visit, and all these meetings, all these visits that has happened in the background of in the last few weeks has tried to create the blueprint that now Prime Minister Modi and Joe Biden will be discussing and taking a call how to go ahead with those dealings or those negotiations.